All right, so today I need your help. Just had a freight broker within my network that experienced a situation with a carrier moving a load. And what I decided to do was to come to my network, share this situation with you to get some insight from brokers and truck drivers who may have experienced a situation similar to this, and find out, number one, from truck drivers, why would this take place? What would be the benefit? What would be the gain for the truck driver to do what the freight broker says happened in this situation? And then number two, from freight brokers, what I would want to know from you is, how would you handle this situation? How would you handle the payment process? How would you handle the reporting process of this situation? Share your thoughts in the comment section. All right, I know some people would argue that the freight broker has it relatively easy. He goes out and gets a load, gets in contract with a carrier to move the load. Then the carrier goes out and delivers that load, sends the paperwork back to the freight broker. Freight broker initiates payment process. Easy peasy, right? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes it happens that way, and then there are many other times where it does not go as smoothly. Case in point, Colleen. Colleen is a freight broker in my network. She went out and did the hard work, got in contract with a shipper to move some of their loads. Then she found a carrier that was willing to move one of those loads, and she sent him out a rate confirmation. She thought everything was good. Everything was squared away. He agreed to the contract, signed it, sent it back. So she was under the impression on the day that the load picked up, that carrier picks up the load, delivers it, no issues. She pays him and moves on to the next load. Unfortunately, she gets a call from another carrier, because this carrier went and double brokered that load to another carrier. Now the new carrier is calling Colleen asking, where is my money? Well, she doesn't even know this new carrier because she brokered the load to A carrier. A carrier went and brokered the load to B carrier. So what she's trying to figure out is, what do I do? Do I go ahead and pay this carrier that's calling me, asking me to get paid? Do I only pay the carrier that I'm in contract with? And again, my question at the front of this was to the carrier. Why would a carrier do this? What would be the reason? How would he benefit from going out and brokering another load to another carrier? My only rationale is maybe what he gets out of it is, keeping loads moving. Maybe he said, hey, I had another load that I was going to go ahead and take care of, and I have a carrier that I know in my network that I'll get to move this load, and I'll pay him out of my pocket maybe. Usually when you double broker at a higher price to get that carrier's attention, to get him to take the load. So was he planning to pay the difference? I don't know. That's why I wanted to come to you guys, carriers, and ask you that question. And for the brokers, what would you do in this situation? Would you report this carrier? Who would you report the carrier to? Would you go through your surety bond? Would you find out if he is a carrier and a broker and report it to his surety bond for operating outside of the contract? So now personally, this has never happened to me, so that's why I wanted to bring it to you, so we can get some conversation around it to see what's really going on out there. I hear that it's fairly common. This happens within the industry. I also hear that it's illegal. I read that it's illegal, but I don't see any enforcement. I don't see any authority enforcing the guideline that you cannot go out and double broker loads. Now, co-brokering is a legal act. You can do that. Another broker can get with another broker to broker loads. But a broker brokering a load to a carrier, and then that carrier going out and brokering it to another carrier, whether or not a carrier has broker authority or not, is illegal from what I understand. I would certainly like more people to weigh in on this topic. Let me know what your thoughts are, what your experience has been, and I would certainly appreciate that. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I certainly hope this information has been helpful. If you want to learn more about the freight broker business, I'll leave a free link in the description. It's my 5-video series titled How the Load Movement Process Works. It'll give you a chance to come into my office with me, watch over my shoulder as I move loads, talk to shippers and carriers. That way you can get a better understanding of how the business works before you come into it. And then if you want to know more about the tough part, how we go out and find the shippers that we work with as freight brokers, I'll leave a free video right here. So until the next time, I wish you the very best in your life and business. See you at the top, because the bottom is much too crowded.